This is video 270. I'm going to talk about dispersion. Dispersion is what allows us to understand how rainbows are formed. If you've ever seen light go through a prism, then you see that it separates into all the colors of the rainbows. So this is dispersion. The reason that this happens actually is because the different frequencies of light travel at different speeds inside your material. The material actually has a different index of refraction for every different frequency of light. So the frequency of violet, which is a higher frequency, actually travels slower in the glass than does the red, the lower frequency. So the fact that violet travels slower makes it bend more than the red light. So that's why you see with the bending here of the light, you can see that the violet light is bending more, and then all the frequencies in between until the smallest frequency, the red here, bends the least. So let's take a look at how rainbows occur, what allows us to see them. So the first step is the fact that the different colors of light are bending at different angles. The first step here is dispersion. Different colors refracting at different angles. You can see that the blue light or the violet light here bent the most. Second step here is that some light is reflected at the back surface over here. You can see every incident ray here is reflecting. Now, there is some light that is refracting over this way, right? But we don't care about the light that goes this way because our eye is going to be over here, and we only care about the rays of light that come into our eyes. The third step here is that even more dispersion occurs as the light goes from the inside here to the outside. And I forgot to say this whole time that this big blue circle here is a representation of just a droplet of water, right? So there's droplets of water everywhere. We're just looking at one droplet of water in the sky and seeing how the light is entering that droplet of water, reflecting at the back surface, and then dispersing again or refracting again as it exits that drop of water into our eyes. So when you look at this, it may seem like, well, if our eye is over here, it seems like we should see the violet light on top and the red light on the bottom, but a rainbow has the red on top. So what is actually happening? We can see in this last picture that I have here. So the red light is actually coming from a droplet of water that is higher in the sky. So if you imagine a drop of water right here, we just showed that the violet light is going to end up refracting out of that droplet higher than the red. But if your eye is right here, this is where your eye is, you're not going to see that violet light, you're going to see that red light. And then when there's a drop of water lower in the sky, then what you're going to see is the violet light that's coming into your eye. You can see that this red light is not going into your eye. So that's why you always see the red on top in your rainbow, is because you're seeing that red light from the higher drops and you're seeing the violet light from the lower drops. So you might think, well, what if my eye was somewhere else, right? Well, if your eye was over here, let's say you're a shorter person, then you're going to see the red light from this drop, but then there's going to be a drop even lower, and you'll see the violet light from that drop, and you won't see the red light from that drop. So you'll still always see the red on top and the violet on the bottom. And this is why everybody sees their own rainbow. Everywhere that you are, you're going to see a different rainbow because you're seeing the light dispersing or reflecting and refracting from different drops of water. Hopefully you've seen the little video clip that I showed where you can actually see that rainbow when you're looking at a lake, and when you change the angle that you're looking, then your rainbow changes and even disappears. Everybody sees their own rainbow.